Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Donnie White Show. This is our first ever in podcast sort of form, which means it's audio. That's what that means, right? Podcast. Anyway, today we have Mike Quester Wright, who's been busting his ass on this game for a while back. We're going to talk plenty about that and whatever else comes out the poop chute per se. So, ladies and gentlemen, please take a step back, enjoy the pictures of the moving past and forth that you're looking at right now, and welcome Mike Quester Wright to the Donnie White Studios. We'll add a clapping track in there if you like.
Yeah, has the applause died down yet?
We'll talk to the editor about
Where is everybody? I guess they're hanging from the rafters because I can't see them. Hey, Donnie, what's up?
I see what you did there.
Right? Hey, I use Google like every other human being has available to them, and I learned that your favorite snack is the D or Nas tree, so here's a plate of that goodness, because I've never met a celebrity. I heard you're a grape ape.
Grape, oh, that's so cute. I don't even like soda.
No,
grape
that's
ape, really.
what I heard, grape ape.
Grape ape.
How do you feel about that?
I need someone to send a letter to Ronnie and ask him where all of this bogus information came from.
Well, how did I get it wrong?
Well, clearly, I thought Wikipedia was only wrong for 7 seconds at the most, but clearly I need to do some edits when I get home.
Oh, I didn't see grape ape from Wikipedia. I overheard it.
Well, there's a lot of rumors on the internet, as it were.
So you're not grape ape?
I am not grape ape. I am Donnie White.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this tree back because this was expensive.
Wow.
I might meet grape ape.
Wow. Well, I'm sure Home Depot will happily take that back.
All right, so what's going on?
Well, not a lot. I've been looking up. I was listening to this. It's an XS Gaming podcast, and they were talking about your the Bounty Deluxe Edition.
Oh,
they were all getting excited about. Yeah, you did the monster designs and some graphics and some killer bios, as I heard.
I did. I can't really talk about the bio. I mean, I can't read them all, but yeah, I did the monster bios. That's what I spent the last 2 weeks doing, and I did the monster sprites. That took the longest time. The Bounty Deluxe Edition. You want to talk about that?
Oh, please do.
Okay. Yeah, Dave Vogt was on he's the actual main developer and the head cheese and all that.
He's got long hair.
He does.
And a funny beard. I got to get one of those.
Kind of Jesus-y. Yeah, we can say that on the podcast, right?
Yes, we can say Jesus-y.
Okay, so anyway, Dave was on the XS podcast, and that's also a good friend of mine, Xander Leggett. I was supposed to be on the podcast, but I kind of forgot that it was Mother's Day coming up and double booked myself. Yeah, good times.
Sure, that would have gone pleasantry if you skipped out on that.
Right. You should have been there.
He's hidden things in the game. It's pretty lovely, but by all means.
Oh, I've hidden a lot of things in the game. Some of them are really easy to catch. Some of them, if you ask me nicely, maybe I'll tell you on the sly.
Oh, indeed. Well, of course, I'll write it all down and promise not to publish it, but I probably will.
Or I'll tell you what, the first 5 people to message me on Mike Wright Wrights, that's my last name, W-I-G-H-T, Wrights, W-R-I-T-S. First 5 people will get a secret.
Ooh, I've got a secret too.
Because I'm cool like that, and I have those kind of connections to the game.
And my secret is
out some cool stuff.
My secret is I'm doing this interview without any pants on.
Yeah, I've noticed that. We're gonna have to talk about that later on.
I grow my fur long. It's fine.
Yeah, that's another thing I read on Google is that you can put your legs behind your head, but I guess we should probably not talk about that on the family.
I took gymnastics in college. Moving on.
But no, really, there's this pouch in your throat that I've also read about. Something you can inflate to make your throat really deep.
Well, that's
I want to see that because I read that they can hear it for a mile. All the windows in the house are open just for this. Can you give me one of those low?
It's actually a medical collection of pus. I was hoping you wouldn't bring it up.
Oh, well, I mean, the windows are open. You just let it fly.
Oh, no.
Snap into a Flim Jim right out the back door.
There'll be a surgery over. Thanks for bringing that up. Anyway, moving on.
Hey, Donnie, before I talk about the body, can I ask you something?
Well, what's up?
Can I ask you something?
Yes, please.
Let me ask you something, as Gorilla Monsoon used to say.
Do I get to be Bobby Heenan?
No, see, I was expecting someone of more stature. Have you ever seen Star Wars Episode 3 when they meet Grievous and you're like, I thought you'd be taller? I've read that y'all are like 300 pounds and arm span of 8 feet. What happened?
Well, that is where we get to eventually. Also,
are you like the Tyrion Lannister of the orangutans? I mean, I'm not trying to be.
Oh no! I'm not dwarven. No. I know because we live for quite some time, but we will eventually get to the Louis from the Jungle Book. But I eat pretty well. I keep pretty trim. Stay in the gym. Whatnot. But hopefully, I will not at any point in time be able to see any of myself fall 7 feet away. Is the hope. I try to stay trim. So that is a myth as it were.
So I still don't see 300 pounds, but you're the boss. This is your podcast.
Well, I am the same height as Robert Downey Jr., and that is a power height.
But to anyone out there who can't see him, I'll describe him for you. He looks kind of like Willow got intimate with a chia pet, got intimate with Sam Houston. You'll see.
Willow was a good movie.
Willow was an excellent movie.
I liked it. Yeah. You are great.
None of those fairies got drunk. That was good times.
We stole the baby while the Daikini was making pee-pee.
Good times.
Ron Howard directed that, you know.
Sorry for my cough. I just went for a swim. I think I got some chlorine in my throat. When was the last time you went for a good swim? It's refreshing. A swim, Donnie.
I do not swim. I try not to even drive by water parks because they make me miss Hanna-Barbera Land.
Okay, moving on. Bounty?
Yes, back to the Bounty.
Okay, Bounty. Let's talk about the Bounty. Hey, the Bounty Deluxe Edition. After this one, we're going to come out with Turbo Edition and then Super Bounty. And then quite a few more. Maybe Bounty Alpha and Bounty EX and...
The quicker picker-upper.
Yes, we're going to come out with 50,000 versions of the Bounty. No, this is the final one, I'm pretty sure. We're going to come out with expansions for this one. Anyway, it's a roguelike RPG. Do you know what roguelike means?
Is that like Star Wars?
Close enough. No, it's kind of an older style of RPG where you only got one life, so you really had to focus your energies.
You know, the kids today are used to just not dying in video games anymore, so this will actually challenge them, I think.
Yeah, kids aren't going to like this one. No, just kids are going to love this one. It's fast-paced. It's you can still have ADHD of the modern gamer and still enjoy it. It's kind of Final Fantasy meets a roguelike. Imagine having one life in Final Fantasy. But it's more of a point-based system, so that's what gives it the competitive edge is the points. Online leaderboard and all that good stuff. And if you beat the game, you get a special password. I'll give one of those to one of the 5 who message me. A special password to get into Quester's Hall, which is my hall. It's a little secret place. There's a little. I won't call it a Nintendo and a NES because I don't have a legal team yet. But there's a NES-like console in the left corner and BIOS. And
strikingly similar, like Renegade to the Ultimate Warrior.
Like Dwayne Johnson to The Rock, similar.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a game. It's full focus on your HP and your MP because you only get one shot at it. And to say it's hard is an understatement. It has the difficulty of your older 8-bit fare. Nowhere near as slow as Dragon Warriors or anything like that. It's a lot faster than that. The soundtrack is rocking as well. I've got to hear some of the real soundtrack this week, and that's going to be awesome. All they're doing is wrapping that up.
I saw a picture of a scary-looking gentleman. Did he have something to do with the soundtrack?
Yep, that's him. Dave is working on it, and I can't remember the other musician. But yeah, they've been working hard on it. I've been working at the Quester Hub. That's where my writing and everything went.
Yeah, and if I can tell the public, I did see a picture of the Quester's Hall. If I can expose that, it had that very kind of classic Final Fantasy feel to it. I thought.
Isn't it someplace you'd like to visit and have a drink?
Yeah, I'm very curious about it.
Or some Duranaz tree.
I picture it's got to be just chock full of items that I just cannot find on the street.
You know, you sucked up to me good enough. Here's your tree back.
What? Ah, sweet.
Here.
Ha-ha.
And while you do that, go ahead and munch down. I'll talk a little more about the bounty.
Oh,
so yeah, it started a couple of years ago, and I was actually in a bad place and pretty bummed out and needed an escape from thinking, and the only thing I found that could do that for me was actually physically putting like pixel art onto paper, and people started to enjoy that. And are you enjoying that? You need some dip?
What you got?
Anyway, so yeah, I started doing the pixel art, and that started actually taking off. Like, people were interested in buying it, and before I knew it, I got a message from Dave asking, would you like to work on this little game I'm working on? I'm going to put it on this little thing called Steam Greenlight, and that was the first incarnation of the bounty, which is, yeah, compared to this new one, there's no comparison. This new one is the old one on a lot of steroids. To put it lightly, there's so much in the new one that the old one is just going to go obsolete.
So it's one of those rare occasions where the sequel or the other one is better than the first, to a degree.
Yeah, this is more or less a remix of what we already had, but we've added so many more monsters and the Quester's Hall and more randomization. That's another cool thing about the replay value is that there's no set dungeons. It's all randomized.
Huh.
Yeah.
So you couldn't do the old school thing and sit down and draw a map out.
Nope. Not
Very
gonna
nice.
get you anywhere. It's a different game every time, different challenges every time. You could end up in. I've seen, I get lost in it, and I worked on it.
But it's fun, unlike that damn Platoon on Nintendo.
It is fun if you like a challenge. This is up your alley.
Do I need to bleep out the fact I said Nintendo?
No.
Are they going to sue us if I say Nintendo?
No.
Good.
Actually, yeah, that's a good idea.
So we'll go ahead and bleep that out.
Yeah, go ahead and bleep out Nintendo.
Nintendo.
And by the way, the bounty will be available for Steam and Nintendo Wii U. You don't have to bleep it out, man. The game's coming out for Nintendo Wii U. Like they will be one of the platforms.
I have to go out and get a Wii U just for the case of doing this. Do you have a Wii U?
I do. I've had one since day one.
Of course you did!
Alright, so,
I've also heard you're a bit of a pinball junkie. Let's hear about
true.
some of that. So where can the kids go to watch you destroy your competitors, or maybe even just play a little pinball?
well, the only two places I frequent, if it's not a con or an expo, are the Game Preserve in the Woodlands and Joysticks near downtown. Game Preserve a lot more because I just like their selection. And Joystick seems to be downtrodden traffic. It just gets worse and worse. So yeah, Game Preserve mostly 90% of the time, but when I need some variety. Or to play some of the newer things like the WrestleMania, The Walking Dead, the new Ghostbusters. Got to play that up at the Joysticks, yeah. So we get to play the new ones. Yeah, pinball's cool. I've definitely totally gotten into it about a year ago. I was full speed into the game, so I couldn't really work on anything. I couldn't really work on anything like Skyrim, of course.
Oh, of course.
You can't do that and maintain a job. That's impossible.
But luckily I work in entertainment.
So I needed something like Tetris, something like Dr. Mario, something where it only lasted a minute, and I was horrible at pinball. Now I've had games lasting to an hour, so the point is kind of moot. But that's what got me into pinball, was actually the Pinball Arcade and Pinball FX, the Zen Studios pinball on the Xbox. And from there, that's when I went out and started actually hunting down the machines to play for real. And yes, the Pinball Expo in Frisco, Texas was this year, and I didn't get to make it this year, but I'll get to make it next year.
No, indeed. Well, you've been bogged down getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to work on the bounty.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I usually see 3 o'clock in the morning right as I'm going to bed.
Those are some late nights and early mornings, but as of yesterday, they're gone now.
Like Tuesday,
yeah. Well, I don't know what day this is going out. Can we say the date?
Oh, no, by all means, please. It's perfectly fine. I'm going to have 2 more videos coming out before my next venture. This is one of them.
I was kind of relying on you for that one. I don't know the date.
I have no idea what day it is because, again, I work in entertainment. You! Audio Monkey, what's the day?
It's
Hold on.
May 17th.
It's
May 17th
the
is what
Tuesday before WWE.
That's what the Audio Monkey said.
Extreme Rules. All right.
Okay. And if you have the network, the WWE network, for just $9.99 a month, you can watch Extreme Rules for free. Moving on.
$9.99. But for $8 a month, you can go to New Japan World. We'll get into that another day. Oh, speaking of wrestling, do you like to watch wrestling?
Every now and again, I'll take in a sit down with the tough guys.
Well, you're British, so I'm sure you're familiar with the Johnny Saints and the Big Daddies.
Oh, and the Bulldogs and the William Regal.
The Finleys.
The Finleys. Oh my goodness.
Even though they were Irish, they wrestled a lot. That old World of Sports place. So hey, I lost a bet to this guy and I have to plug his school. Is that cool?
Oh, by all means. No, I'll take it home.
Well, it's not his school. It's a guy named Colony Soto's school, but yeah, he's going to be helping with it. Any aspiring wrestlers out there, there's a new school opening up in Katy, Texas called Domination Zone Wrestling. I don't know, what do you think about that name?
That's interesting.
Domination Zone.
Do I need to wear a mask and a zipper mouth?
DZW. And it's 1812 Avenue D, Suite 205, Katy, Texas, 77493. And there's another budding promotion.
Well, when can we start going to that school?
Contact Colony Soto.
Very good.
Colony, like colony of ants. Soto. S-O-T-O. Contact him on Facebook or look up DZW Wrestling or Domination Zone. I'm sure he'll talk to you. And there's RWR coming back to Katy, Texas, June 23rd. That's run by Ray Rowe, who ROH's Rayro.
Oh.
So we're getting a lot of presents here. It's not just Booker T up in the house anymore.
Booker.
Yeah,
I do
like
a good
Booker
Booker T. No, we saw him at Comic Palooza.
Oh,
I remember.
Booker T. He's a good guy. Good guy. So
get those links up, Audio Monkey.
Linkage. So anything else you'd like to know about the bounty?
I think that's all.
It took about 2 years from start to finish. Well, more than that. It had to be more. 2.5, because I was doing art for about 6 months.
Wow.
And it's been 3 years. Yeah, it took about 2.5 years to get here to a day off. Thank you, Dave. I am done. I fully expect Dave to message me tomorrow, telling me we're just going to release the expansion pack now and create 10 new monsters.
Oh, very nice. And if you keep me posted on the Donnie White Show Facebook, we'll announce those dates and link me the date that it comes out. We'll put a post up and whore out your product.
Have you seen Planet of the Apes?
I have, actually.
How do you feel about it?
Well,
it's not every day. I mean, I'm not trying to start beat, but it's not every day that I get to ask an ape what he thought about Planet of the Apes. I may never get this chance again.
I feel like the motion capture work was well done. No offense to him, so if you're a Tim Burton fan, don't send me hate mail. Please send it to my Auto Monkey. That one was a bit short-sighted, but I feel like what they've done with the more recent ones were actually pretty good. I didn't buy the Abe Lincoln ape at the end of it, but for the most part, I wish an orangutan had been a little better used, but I'm not the writer or director or producer.
I mean, there are a lot of naked lady apes pretty much through the whole movie.
But most of them were very angry.
I don't know. I think a woman can look hot when she's mad. Moving on.
Andy, moving on.
I'll be calling the lawyer.
I personally like taller women. There was this lovely cosplay model I saw at the last Comic Palooza that if she would return my calls, she will understand what a catch I am.
Move along with life.
Very good, very good. So, as I said before, keep us abreast. The game's available, or we wait?
Oh no, not yet. Not yet. We are in the. There's a couple more tracks that need to be written, and then the final QA, and then it's out.
Oh, very good. So what we'll do is, when you let me know when the release date's coming up, and we'll shield that on the Donnie White page daily.
You look like you're getting jittery. Does that tree get to your stomach? Like, is it like?
No, honestly, the seats in this hotel lobby are uncomfortable as they get.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I would have paid for a room, but it was just cheaper to do it this way.
I was hoping it wasn't like those Haribos. And you ever had those?
Apparently, I have now.
Supposed to be like gummies. Anyway.
Apparently, I have now. I hope I'm not allergic.
I went to the left.
That could be unpleasant. All right. Well, I'm going to go see my doctor.
Oh, that's a wrap. We're ready to wrap this up like a mummy's arm.
I think we're wrapping it up. And yeah, again, I'm feeling a little queasy now. But it's been good. We will keep you all posted on this game. If you go to the Facebook page, you'll see some videos already up. If you have any questions, send us questions, and we'll send them right to the Quester himself.
Yes, send them to me. Or send them directly. Mike Wright Writes, Facebook.
And please make them valid to the game. The last time I offered an open-ended question, it didn't go pleasant. It took me 3 days to delete those. Thank you.
Oh, I have time on my hands. Ask me anything. I don't care.
Who put the bop in the bop shebop shebop?
I would sit and have to think about that one. That's the good thing about Facebook. I can sit and think about a question. Sit and think about an answer.
Get us back to that one.
Plus, I have Google right there. And
I'm very curious, and I work in entertainment, so I
Wiki and its half-truths.
Spend a lot of time online looking for jobs. Anyway, thank you for joining the Donnie White Show, and thank you again, Mr. Mike Quester Wright.
Thank you for having me.
A commercial break for no reason. I don't even have any damn commercials to put in there.
Well, thanks for having me, and thanks for talking the bounty with me, and thanks for talking orangutan history with me.
But it's very fluid history.
No, I mean I have other facts written here, like some pouch in your throat, but we'll talk about that some other time.
That's a myth.
Maybe that'll be on my show.
That comes with age and skin tags, honestly.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I can't say I've ever been in a hotel room with an ape. It's been fun. I've heard you guys have some very insane taste.
Well, at least you didn't have to fit the bill, right?
I did not.
Ha-ha!
So if you guys will bail, I have some things I'd like to get taken care of in this room.
Oh, well, very good. Let's get out before it gets uncomfortable. Thank you again for joining the Donnie White Show. Good night.
Good night.